welcome to beautiful downtown Bluefield, Virginia. This is the next installment of New Graham's Knife Show. Well, the building is going up. We've got a lot of repairs to the building. We've got drywall up now. We've got our HVAC system piping all in, if you can show them that. It's probably dark back toward the front of the store, so bear with us. We still don't have a lot of power in here yet. We're just using, the construction power right now. But starting to size up a little bit, going to have absolutely wonderful showcase room here, which just tickles us to death. Got a lot of junk laying around here, as you can see. We tidied up a little bit. Is this impressive or what? Yeah. Oh, nice sale on drywall if anybody needs any, okay? All right, we're going to go over here and just kind of look at, we've set up a studio here. Can you get a good shot of our studio?
Yeah, man, it's cool.
This thing's really nice. Plenty of lights and everything. So we got a big 400-watt bulb here and a couple of these things. And my gosh, it's terrible. Let's turn this back around this way.
That helps.
Yeah, does that help a little bit? Okay, well, we're going to talk about knives a little bit, not about the building, because it's really not a whole lot to look at right now. Lighting okay?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. First thing we're going to talk about, a couple of new Cold Steels. Cold Steel has a Series 60 of knives. It's out there that they're real high-end knives, and they're running, $200, $300 a piece. Some of you bought them. They're now starting out with a Espada series, which is the 62 series that they've got, and again, expensive knives, but very well-made knives. The first one is the medium Espada. And I don't know if you can get a real good look at that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's got micarta handles, steel bolsters on it. It's a mid-lock back. Obviously a very exotic clip blade on this thing with a real deep rake at the top. It's got a false edge on the top. Dual thumb, kind of a dual thumb stud. You've got a stud over on this side, but not a true dual thumb stud, I don't think. But fitting in your hand with these curves for your index finger, it holds very nice in the hand. These are very solid folders that Cold Steel's got out. These are brand new. We just got them in this week.
Lock back?
Yeah, it's a mid-lock back.
Okay.
Mid-lock back. And for the guys that, think bigger is better, this is the largest Espada. And obviously you can tell this thing is whopping big. Again, basically the same design. It's a mid-lock back. Locks right here on that thing. It's got a thumb opener. This is a real handful of a knife to flip open. Let me tell you right now, the micarta is a smooth micarta. The bolsters are smooth, so beware of this thing when you're flipping it open. You've got to use a wrist motion, and if you don't have a real good hold on this thing, it might go flying through the room. That's why we're not flipping it open here. It looked bad enough as it is. I don't want to do something stupid. But anyway, large Espada from Cold Steel. Very solid knives, very sharp hologram blades on these things. Very exotic looking knives. Well built from Cold Steel. Another Cold Steel offering we just got in is the Double Agent 2. It's a neck knife that they've come out with. It's fairly thin stock to keep the knife light. It's got a Zytel handle here, got double rings. It's got jimping up here on the top of this. Unbelievable Skinner blade, actually. Tommy and I were talking before we went on the air with this and saying, a lot of people probably like this for a skinning knife because it's very light, being stainless steel. Excellent purchase on this thing.
Like a pry bar on the back end.
You've got a little pry bar on the back and laminated ring. For those guys that like to, fight, you can hold it this way, but you've got a very secure grip on this with double rings on it. It really does. But anyway, an offering from Cold Steel, a lot more popularly priced than the Espada series. Phoenix, we've been doing real well with Phoenix. We just got in the TK20, 150 Lumen Max. I don't know what kind of a good look you can get on that fella. It's got a lockout tail cap on it. One of the things that I like about this lockout, even if you put it all the way in, it doesn't come on automatically. It's got a clicky button on the back end of it for a momentary on. And then you can click it to give it on permanent. This runs on 2 modes. You change the modes just by simply moving the head. It's a very simple, easy to use switching system, something that in a tense situation or in the dark, it's easy for you to toggle from 150 lumens down to the low. It's got 11-hour burn time on low, runs on 2 AA's, so you don't have any real problem finding batteries for it. The tail cap, like I said, you can twist it out and it does lock it completely out so it doesn't accidentally come on. A very solid, hefty flashlight. Comes with a nylon sheath, no extra charge on that, you know, where you can put it on your equipment. But that's a Phoenix Life, it's a TK20, it's a nice light, $65, $66, nice price on that, nice light. From Chris Reed, the small Sebenza 21s have been shipping. We just got in a model with double thumb lug. Can you get in on this at all? And we're going to kind of compare the small Sebenza 21 to a regular Sebenza we've got here. And yeah, does that show up good at all?
Mm-hmm.
If you sit here and kind of look at them, the handles are very similar, but you've got a little more of a, I don't know if you really want to call that an impact edge right here on the back of the 21 as compared to a regular Sebenza. Still got your lanyard holes on the back side. You can tell on a 21 it's got more of a classic cutout to get a hold of your frame lock as compared to a regular Sebenza. Difference when you're looking at the blade, now these are kind of subtle differences. Let me try to get these knives.
I realize I've been sharpening that one for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, well, you know, it's still dull, but you know, it's sharper than my knife, I'm sure. But there's a little bit of difference in blade length. Now, I don't know how much time he's taken off the tip of his regular small Sebenza, but you can see a little difference in the length there. You can see a difference in the belly. And probably should have got a brand new one, but you can't really tell who's involved in this, whether this is where you've taken metal off this blade or not. But a little bit of differences in these. But this is commemorating their 21st year of the small Sebenza. But we've got in with regular single thumb lugs, and we've got double thumb lugs. They just came in. That's a little double thumb lug puppy there. Boy, that knife looks terrible, Tommy.
I've been using it.
So anyway, what good are Sebenzas if you don't use them, right?
Exactly.
All right. Excuse me. Next offering, we've got the digital camo military as opposed to the police. And the military from Spyderco. It's a G10 with digital camo, S30V on this fella. Everything else on the military is exactly the same. The digital camo is going to vary. The patterns are going to vary from knife to knife, so be aware of that. Only one person is going to get the one that's actually pictured on the website. And there's a little note in there about not getting sandy about it if you don't get one that you like, because we really can't do much with the different patterns that you get in this digital camo. So anyway, nice knives. The military is an excellent knife, really is. Good cutter, good slicer with the flat grind on it, and S30V. Very nice knife. From Victorinox, they have been coming out with some Silvertech knives now. Very busy looking handle. What you're looking at here is a SIG light. It's got a little LED in here. You push a little Victorinox shield and you got a little light built in there. This has got an ink pen that comes out there, so you always got an ink pen with you. A little pair of scissors in here. Got your little main blade. Not a whopping big knife by any means, but a very handy knife. Kind of a cool looking handle, I think. You know, got a little battery in here that runs your LED.
I think that Silvertech comes in 5 or 6 different knife variations.
We've got right now, I think we probably have 4 or 5. Yeah, anyway, I think so. But new handles from Victorinox. Basically the same knife they've had out. The SIG light's been out a while, but you know, different looking handle, kind of cool, silver looking. 3 offerings we've got here from Columbia River. First 2 you're looking at are Elshowitz Scarabs, and the third one we have here is an Elshowitz Horus. These are assisted opening knives. Got a little thumb stud open. Very positive open, liner locks. It has the lock system on it. It's not an auto lock system. The auto lock system, when you flip the blade open, it actually locks that liner so you can't accidentally close the knife on your fingers. This is a manual lock system, you know, for those that, you know, maybe don't want to really use it. But very solid opening knives. This is a partially serrated version of it. Modified drop point, modified spear point. I'm not real sure what you'd want to call that blade, but it's somewhere between the two anyway. And again, this is the same knife, the Scarab in a plain edge. Nice feeling, very solid, heavy knife in your pocket. It's hollow ground. Nice knives. They're on them. Really are a very popular price on these. I think they're $50. And then the last knife we're going to talk about is a Horus. Little different handle. It's got these same inlays that we're looking at. We've got a gray here and a blue here, and then I guess really a mustard colored inlay. Again, assisted opener. Very complex grind, modified tanto on this fella. Again, liner lock with the lock system, the manual lock system on it. Good solid knives from Elshowitz. Last thing we've got is, and we finally got these on pictured on the website. We've had these for a while, zero tolerance brag bags. Nice, easy size to carry. Holds, how many did we say, 15?
18.
18, 15 or 18 knives. It's got a middle pouch here that's removable. It's just Velcroed in. About 5-inch deep pouches to hold the knives. Closes up very nice. Got a good zipper on it, and you can just walk around with the ZT logo and look really cool. So anyway, anything else we want to talk about this evening?
I think we're taking donations on the remodeling, aren't we?
Well, that'd be most excellent. I'm not sure they're tax deductible, but we would love to have, some $1,000 checks come in, especially from some of those fellows on Blade Forums, that watch this thing. We appreciate it. Anyway, we'll be back hopefully next week. We'll have some, maybe some more things to show. We've got a real cool ceiling going in here. If the contractors are good enough carpenters to put this thing in, we may be able to give you a peek of the ceiling next week. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.